one of the couples that we shot a few years back, actually, they bonded together because the bride, Raeanne, would always do these haunted mazes at her home.
That's awesome.
And Damien helped her one time, and it's a lot of work. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure.
To get elaborate.
Yeah.
She has so much props and things and decor for that. And then they bonded over doing that together, and they incorporated that into their wedding. So, I mean, I think since you mentioned that love story, I'm just gonna dive right in and like show you guys some of the cool things that we ran into there. I have an iPad here so that we see it, and then we'll put it up on the screen. One of the things that they did, the jewelry box.
Yeah, that's
coffin.
Awesome. Yeah.
So coffin for your rings. Also baseball fans.
I mean, I feel like Gothic as a whole is a big wedding trend that I've seen this year. Like not just Halloween, but like anytime. Anytime Gothic, kind of ethereal, is very big. So like I had a April wedding that had a very similar vibe to that.
Really? Okay. Well, hey, it's Halloween every year.
Yeah.
For all year long. And then Raeanne went with a black. Gorgeous. How would you describe that? It's not black, but it's black. But
I mean, similar. The Gothic is a good word. Like,
and the makeup.
Yeah, yeah.
So
again, bold, like smoky. The blacks. Yeah, smoky. That lace, like tulle kind of thing. Like, yeah.
And if you can incorporate some Tool music into it too. The event.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky, you know? So that's one. Like, I mean, I had another bride, Candace. I'm going to show some stuff from her. She was a zombie one.
Oh,
She went with a black dress.
Yeah.
Like full black.
Yeah.
And then she reversed it. She would wear the white dress for the party, but she wore the black dress to get married.
That's awesome.
And she said the white dress was for her grandma. Oh. She wanted the grandma to see the white dress. Yeah. So that's the closed coffin of the thing.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
And then their invitations. So purple, when going along, that was one of their theme colors was going to be purple. So there's that. What are those called? Invites. The groom went quite unconventional too.
Yeah.
So he's wearing a t-shirt, and the rest of his groomsmen did as well. And then, he has a coat. Yeah. But he was on and off the whole day, and the purple vest, which is kind of hard to find, but I mean these days Amazon, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I mean even like I'm a big fan of Azazi. Like Azazi has all sorts of like colors for bridesmaid dresses primarily, but they also sell like all ties and suit jackets, vests, all of that in like a billion different colors.
Azazi?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put the link down below because she likes it. So it's a resource.
Yeah, it's a big company, so like like you can do it all online. It's really great. I use that for my own wedding, so so I know that they're trustworthy. Awesome. I usually do recommend it to brides and couples too. From
okay, so we had their reception at this place where we're one of the shooters at Imperial Venue.
Okay.
In Pasadena, I believe.
Yeah.
Pasadena. So it's a really nice big venue, or what do you call it?
A banquet hall.
Banquet hall.
Yeah.
Banquet hall. And so they themed out. They decked the whole thing out. So you can already see like the accent purple colors from the lighting.
Again, very bold. You got the. It's. I always like with Gothic when you can kind of. You have all the dark colors, of course. You have the dark purples and of course, black is a big one. Oranges usually, but you do usually get a nice pop of color with those florals because you have those other like the oranges, the purples. You can still kind of have bright elements in like bright colors of versions of those colors in there. Like even with that one, you see that pop of pink in the florals. Even like the green and the vines. Like it adds that color to a very dark scenescape.
That's true, and then it just creates more visual interest that way.
Yes.
So cake toppers.
I mean, come on, yeah, like that's so classic with like the skeletons.
Yeah.
I see those all the time.
It could be Dia de los Muertos.
Yep.
Or it could just be skeletons, because skeletons are Halloween
Yep.
and cool. And tons of cake topper ideas. I mean, for any wedding theme, cake topper is always one of the easiest places to just add a touch of something unique.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like one of the easiest ways to incorporate it for sure.
What are some of your favorite cake toppers that you've encountered?
Gosh. I did a storybook themed wedding. I think I talked about this a little bit on our Disney episode. They did like a Mickey and Minnie cake topper. Again, very easy, like fairy tale-esque. I get a lot of ones that are just like words. Like I
Words?
had like,
right.
Like I had at the Gothic Ethereal one I had, it was like the Star Wars, like I love you, I know. That was very cute.
So they threw in that amongst
like
just little nod at that fandom.
Yeah, for sure. Because everything else there was no other Star Wars theming, but just like that little touch, like hey, that's something they love.
It could be as eclectic as you want.
Yeah. I had a couple recently that did like Animal Crossing figurines of themselves.
Oh,
that was their cake topper. Like them as like the little like people in Animal Crossing. That was fun.
Funko Pops are always easy because you can make Funko of yourselves.
Yep.
And use orders.
Yeah, that's online. A big one I see a lot. Yeah, there's a billion ways to do it. I mean, my Monster Hunter wedding I had a couple weeks ago, they didn't have a cake topper because they didn't have a cake, but they had like a couple dragons that like represented them that they threw into a lot of like the decor.
Okay.
So like one of them was like the red dragon, one of them was like green dragon.
Okay.
I forget which one was which, but like those were kind of incorporated throughout, like on some of the tables, like and in their head table and things like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
So one of the easiest ways to customize even like a non-themed wedding, just make your cake topper interesting.
Yeah.
Just to say something.
Right. It doesn't have to even fit your theme. Like I said, like they didn't have any other Star Wars theming. It was just they wanted that little hint of it.
Yeah. Any ways to just personalize and make it you?
Yeah.
Cake topper's an easy way. I mean, here is just another. This is the guest book sign in.
Oh.
They just added a skull figurines. Yeah. I guess skeletons and skulls were part of the visual theme, aesthetic. Poor skull that just got trapped in a cage. Don't know what he did. Oh, that's
and
the
even
ring.
Jewelry.
The jewelry. That's her wedding ring. She went purple or violet or. Yeah, I mean, there are no rules, really.
No, there's not.
You can kind of just go whatever direction you want and just make it so you.
Yeah, I mean, some of the favorite weddings I do, and again, this is not directly Halloween, but like, the favorite weddings I do are usually multi-fandom, where it's just like pulling together all these things that people love. If you're a big Marvel fan, but you're also a big DC fan.
Well, no, I don't know about that. You're crossing some lines there.
I know.
That's like saying you're a Star Wars fan and a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, but like you could have a Star Trek table and you could have a Star Wars table. I know it's controversial, right? But you can throw in all of the fandoms that you love. And so it really does feel like you and an encapsulation of the things that you and your partner really love.
One of these days we're going to do a Star Wars episode because that's its own episode for sure.
For sure.
Maybe I'll do a Star Trek one first.
Ooh.
No, there's no big Star Trek things happening.
I know. Yeah, it's been a minute since like
the show.
The shows, but
it's not like really hitting big.
It's not the same way that like Star Wars hits.
Yeah,
like
I know. I hate
Star Wars content.
I'm more of a Trekkie, so I hate to admit it, but anyway, they had this butler guy.
That's amazing.
That's probably just one of her
like something from the mazes.
Yeah. She just had
that's awesome
things already. Oh, custom beer or relabeled beer.
Yeah.
So labeling things as either giveaways, it's easy to make print labels.
Yeah. I had a
stickers.
wedding a few weeks ago that they had on each table. They had a few different, like, I think they had a bottle of wine, a bottle of tequila, and then I forget what the third one was. It was some other alcohol. And it was like Armenian Mexican wedding.
Ooh.
Like cultural fusion.
Okay.
So like they labeled all of their like things, and like they had like little flags and from like Mexico and Armenia on them, and like just went full out with like the customization on the wine bottles and alcohol bottles.
That's cool. Was it giveaways?
It was just I mean it was
Or
just on the table. Yeah, they could serve it themselves. It was family style.
Okay.
So they could serve it themselves. But like, I mean, a lot of us walked away with some extra bottles. So
okay, that's cool. And I always, if you make those, make sure to set aside some for yourself, that you don't just give everything away to your guests. I had this one couple. They were on the show recently, Maricela and Kevin, and they did a newspaper. And they have one copy, and I'm like, you guys should have kept some more because these papers are fragile, and
and then either people take it or it gets damaged during the wedding or whatever. Yeah.
I just realized the 90s comic book collector of me is showing.
Yeah, you're like, I have to keep it in pristine condition. Yeah.
And you buy multiple copies of Death of Superman, which is going to be worth $1 million. Not.
Yeah, I'm a Pokemon card collector, so I absolutely understand that.
So you can get it graded.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's why we talk. That's why we talk. You can't fake this. Just nerdiness. So that's cool. More skull details. I added a little bit of the bird cage theme that came out of nowhere, but it looks cool. It's gothic-y.
It like kind of has like that like raven aesthetic, like
nevermore.
Yeah. Exactly. So
it fits.
Yeah.
It fits.